Pinalitan po natin.
Anong
Mayroon tayo.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Lord, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for giving us this life and this courage to attend this BAC meeting. We pray for your guidance and for enlightenment that we may go on efficiently and in due process. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Kaya, ano nang pangalan mo? Okay. Secretariat, do we have the quorum?
Yes, sir. We have a quorum, sir.
Since we have the quorum, may I call this meeting to order? What do we have in the agenda, please?
To the chair, we have 6 DOTR downloaded projects for Previt conference.
Yung CHP, ano yung CHP, yung Cormo? Halo blocks. Maalala mo sa nagindingan mo yung tinanggal ng mga halo blocks nun sa dulo ng runway. Saan ba yun? Saan? Kasi nag-complain ng si Bumpa tungkol sa mga concrete na fences. Ito ba kasama sa dulo yung hollow blocks na yan? So later, pagkuhan, i-check nyo. Baka mag-complain na stakeholders natin. Anyway, sige.
Okay.
To the chair, I'd like to ask what would be the process. Kasi considering that we have 6 all ADMS projects, so medyo common ang kanyang scope, sir. And what we do before, kasi supposedly uploaded na sa PhilJebs, expected na ang bidder nakabasa na po sa PhilJebs. And then when they come here, they will just ask yung mga hindi nila naintindihan. However, during in last year's Alpha undertaking, na AOM po kami ng COA niyan, sir. Kasi ang gusto na COA, i-detalye sa kanila lahat ng eligibility and technical. So what we did sa Alpha, sir, is since common sila, pinapapasok sila lahat to discuss on the eligibility. Since common ang information doon. And later na lang sa technical na isa-isa per project. If you would want that way, sir, kasi anim po yan, mahaba-habang discussion.
Sige. Let them come in.
Ganun po.
Yes.
And PWG will explain the eligibility, sir.
Sige.
And for the technical side, the end user will assist the PWG.
Hindi na natin kawasan. Nakabili dito po din. Ganun lahat.
Dito po.
Okay, good afternoon. Our would-be leaders, welcome. I am General Banayan, the BAC Chairman of BAC Charlie. I am with me Mr. Engineer Sada. Dito po sa Nasiba. Si Atty. Ragoto Masi. And si Alex. Dito ba? So, before we proceed further, may I request you that you introduce yourself. Naka-video po tayo. Smile po kayo para nakapan po yan. Anong channel? YouTube. Naka-YouTube. Please, dito tayo. Dito. Please state your name and your company.
Yung microphone, sa gitna, sa gitna.
Good afternoon po. I am James Perez from CAAP Corporation.
Mati pa tayo.
Good afternoon po. I'm Martin Junior Tabaco.
Good afternoon, I'm Alberto Carrasco from joint venture of ACC Carrasco Enterprise and AFGCL.
Good afternoon, I'm Alexandra Carrasco representing AFGC Construction Corporation.
Good afternoon, I'm Ms. Daisy Hernandez from RK Construction and Supply.
Good afternoon, I am Albert Valenciano from Sangkay Construction and Supply.
Good afternoon, I'm Angelica Villamor, representative of SM Castro.
Good afternoon, I'm Yaro Toblete from SM Castro.
I'm Wilson Rodriguez from Policies Construction Supply Corporation.
Okay, once again, good afternoon. Are you ready, Secretary, at TWG to present the first project? We called you as a whole kasi generic naman yung mga i-represent namin sa inyo except for the technical later bawat project. So, i-represent muna namin yung general requirements ng would-be bidders. Sige, please.
To the chair, i-discuss po ng TWG namin yung eligibility requirements isa-isa po. And if you have questions, you throw questions, then after which ang technical specifications. So common to sa lahat ng project.
Sige, taas mo lang muna.
Mr. Chair, mag-start na lang po tayo dun sa mga PWC requirement.
Sige.
First, yung submission ng bidder, alin man dito sa tatlo, submission ng certificate of PhilDevs, registration and platinum membership, or combination of PhilDev registration and platinum membership. Then the other one is, sorry sir.
Sino po ba dito sa inyo ang hindi pa naka-join ng bidding para sa mga government projects? First time niyo for government projects? 2008. Anyway, noong 2008 po, nandun na po yung Republic Act 918 po. While marami na rin itong revisions yung IAR. So, please, you have to read a lot. Sige, please.
Thank you, sir. Dito sa PhilDevs registration, kailangan ng yung sa Class A documents kasi dun hahanapin kung halimbawa may expired yung mga ibang. And then, ito yung sa Class A document. Eligibility document shall be included in the following: registration certificate for Security and Exchange Commission, mayor's and business permit, tax clearance, audited financial statement, stamped and received by BIR, pickup license and registration.
Category B talaga ba yan? Medium A license, category B.
Sir, ano lang to, for isang specific project lang to. So, iba't iba kasi yung project natin. So, iba't iba yung sir yung ano.
Anong project to?
Antique, sir. Antique pa lang ito, sir. Yes, sir. Asphalt overlay, sir.
8.2 million. Okay.
So, ito lang, sir, yung ano, yung pinaka requirement ng pickup license niya para sa ano, sir, sa asphalt overlay.
At the chair, to reiterate lang, may option lang yung PhilJevs registration. Diba sa PhilJevs may Annex A, naka-indicate na lahat doon. In the event na merong expired doon, hanapin yung Class A actual documents. So, option doon, kung may expired kayo, mag-attach din kayo ng Class A documents.
Pag hindi na,
update sa PhilJevs. Mag-attach ng class A
Actual documents. I-attach nyo po yung actual documents para manigate yung expiry doon sa Class A.
For the technical requirements here, a statement of all its ongoing government and private contract, and statement of the biggest single largest completed contract or SLCC with 50% of the ABC.
Any question on those things? certifications. Okay, please continue.
Valid pickup license, or special pickup license in case of joint venture and registration. Depende po to sa project kung anong project yung requirement. Then minimum work experience required for key personnel. Depende rin po sa project kung ano yung hinihingi ng project. And minimum of 5 years in general engineering. Sa relevant naman po 3 years lang. Okay po. Ito pong minimum equipment, depende rin po sa hinihingi ng project. So ito po ay sa article lang para sa asphalt overlay.
I-run through ulit yan mamaya sa specific project.
Specific project. Apart from the omnibus, ito yung additional na requirement ng CAAP para sa additional documents. So yung isa-isa certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government in addition to the eligibility requirement as prescribed under 2016 revised implementation and rules and regulations. And legal clearance to be issued by CAAP Enforcement and Legal Services. Yes po.
Requirement po namin to, letter D. Kukunin niyo po yan sa legal office namin.
Hello po. Bali, yung sa letter A, certification, meron po ba tayong format for the certification? Wala naman. Yung sa letter B po, legal clearance. Paano po? Gagawa po kami ng request, formal request.
May loan ini-issue yan, di ba?
Paano po kami mag-request?
I-issue ng legal enforcement and legal office.
Bali, gagawa na po kami ng request.
Next na. Yung letter A, ano to, naka-notarize na.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay po, sir.
Yes, please. Any question?
For the discount po, sa financial bid form, the discount stated in the financial bid form shall be computed written with the same font, style, and size of the word text of the said form. Hindi ho pwede yung sulat kamay or ano lang, yung discount. Basta dapat ano rin siya kung ano yung font dun sa anong ginamit na font nyo sa ano, yung din nila dun. Print out siya, hindi siya handwritten.
Excuse me, sir. Balikan ko lang po yun sa legal clearance. Pag nag-request po ba kami per project or sa isang project, per project din? Diba? Thank you po.
Bali, ito po yung naman ng financial proposal, no? Bill of quantities, bid proposal, detailed estimate, summary sheet, indicating the unit price and construction material labor load. Tapos cash flow per quarter. And additional po, kasama rin din po ito yung per CPM, construction schedule and part charge and escrow. lang po, sorry po, ibalik ko lang po dito sa eligibility. Additional po na requirement sa site inspection po. Sa certificate of site inspection duly signed by the manager or IC of the airport or his duly authorized representative. And then, included po doon, yung attachment po is a copy of ID of the person who conducted the site inspection. Yung pong sa side nyo sa contractor, yun po mag-inspection. Bali, kailangan po yung ID. Then, copy of the airport facility visitor's logbook. And picture of the proposed site including the personnel who conducted the site inspection together with the airport manager, officer, in charge or his duly representative. Okay po, may tanong po sa regarding dito sa dokumento kailangan submit.
Just ikaw siya, mga bidders. Previous meeting namin, mayroon nag-submit ng affidavit of site inspection na disqualified. What we need is a certificate of site inspection duly signed by Mr. Reynaldo Valenzuela kung Antique Airport or his duly authorized representative. Kailangan po yan, mayroong kayo submit yung letter A, copy of company ID of the person who, yan, o may form po yan.
Mr. Chair, kasama po ito sa PIDOCS.
Na-upload po yan sa
Included po ito sa PIDOCS. Lahat po ng forms na included sa
To the chair, iklaro ko lang po sa inyo bidders yung letter A. It should be the company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection. Hindi po pwede yung SSS ID ng person na nag-conduct ng site inspection. And an ID that would attest na he is an employee of that company.
Ibalik. Sorry, sir.
Pangalawa, self-explanatory airport facility visitors logbook. Nandoon yung pangalan ng representative nyo.
Nakalagay po dyan, picture of the proposed site. Baka picturean nyo yung terminal. Picturean nyo, yan, asphalting of roads in other words. Saan yung road na asphalt niya? O yung horizontal na structure sa i-submit nyo yung gate ng Antique. Welcome to Antique Airport. Yung proposed site kung saan gagawin yung project.
And to the chair, dagdag ko lang po, sir. Baka kasi mahihain ng mga airport manager yung magpipicture. Pakita niyo lang po itong requirement na ito. Kasi bagong requirement po yan.
That is to assure us na talagang nag-inspect po kayo. Mayroon pa kami previous projects na hindi na-inspect. Yung pala may burnout no, sa loob sa tatayuan na building. So, variation of the would like to para maiwasan po namin.
Any more?
Yes, sir.
Please continue, please.
For the bid security shall be in the form of bid securing declaration or any of the following. First, the amount of not less than 2% of the ABC. If bid is in cash, cashier's manager's check. And the number 2 is the amount not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in bank, draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. And the other one is the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Basta merong callable on demand.
So they are talking of ABC po dito, hindi po yung big amount niya.
Yes, sir, ABC. And the validity of 120 days. Additional requirement po din namin is every page thereof shall be initial signed by the duly authorized representative and the bidder, and the pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the full document inside the envelope. May question po kayo dito regarding this additional requirement.
To the chair, I'd like to add that those eligibility, technical, and financial, kasama po ang financial, should be properly matched with an index fund. Kailangan po may tab para ma-prevent natin ang magkakawalaan. And sequentially paginated. Pag wala po yan, nakalagay po sa baba, bids not complying with the above instruction shall be automatically disqualified. My page po.
Ang page. Ito, patulad po nito, 3 of 100. Halimbawa, 100 pages po lahat siya. Kada page so may ganyan. 1 of 100, 2 of 100.
Pati po ang financial document, kasi kadalasan mini-neglect ng financial. Meron din po paging. Except for brochures, kung mag-attach kayo, the rest should be paginated.
May tanong pa po.
Clear po.
Clear po sa inyo.
Yes, please.
Excuse me, ilang copies po?
Ito pa.
Sunod na po.
Bali yung each bidder shall submit 1 original and 2 copies of first and second component of each bid.
Mayroong illustration natin.
May signature po yan, bawat page.
Tinanong mo yung pamilya. yung illustration ng ano, ng 10 envelope system. Bali, meron tayong main envelope. Tapos sa main envelope, nakapasok yung isang original, one copy, copy 1 and copy 2. Then sa bawat isang envelope ulit, meron naging technical and financial, original and copy 1, copy 2.
To the chair, I would like to emphasize sa new players dito sa CAAP. Separately sealed po lahat yan. Hindi po pwedeng nagsama technical and financial nilagay sa original. Disqualified po namin yun. Magkakaiba po ang sealing ng bawat isa. So, we intend to get 10 envelopes lahat-lahat.
Yes, please.
Yung pong main envelope sealed din.
Yes.
The original bill, copy 1, copy 2, lahat po yung sealed. So all the 10 envelopes are individually sealed.
Tatlong main envelope. Isa lang. Lahat pa nung nasa baba,
Yung tatlong yun
nakapasok
nasa
lahat
loob ng main.
ng main envelope.
Tatanggapin po namin sa envelope.
Isang envelope po rin tatanggap. So main envelope sa original, isang ulit sa copy 1.
To the chair, once again, we have nag-forgo na po kami sa requirement ng markings kasi yun ang kadalasan ng BBQ, and also the revised 2016 IRR niluwagan na ng GPPD yan. Basta may guide naman dito kung paano nyo i-present ang this is not a mandatory requirement, pero ganito lang ang guide namin on how to place the markings para lang ma-identify na sa inyo po yan. Kasi pag walang markings, in the event na mawala po yan, hindi na po sagutin ng bank. Hindi naman po siya mandatory na ganyan.
Sa loob dito, mayroong technical at saka dito sa loob,
May dalawa din. Technical, original. Technical,
Original.
original technical, original financial. Ito pong tatlo, nakalagay sa
Isang envelope.
ano? One, first envelope.
Pag naka-receive po kami ng tatlong envelope, although sinil nyo siya ng isa, hindi po pwedeng gano'n. Nakaloob po siya sa isang envelope. Hindi pa kasi nagsasubmit na envelope pero sinil na siya. Kunwari isang sealing. Hindi po pwedeng gano'n.
Meron din pong nakatat sa videos natin itong checklist, yung mga requirement natin sa na isasubmit. Class B document, technical component.
Yan.
Second envelope po, financial component.
And
And additional requirement pa po. Nakatouch naman po ito sa videos natin.
To the chair, we'd like to emphasize to the bidders that we attach the checklist in the bid docs. Pero initiative lang po ng BAC yun na ilagay yun. In the event na meron siyang conflict, the BDS will prevail. BDS po ang susundin. And kung meron po siyang conflicting doon na information or instruction, please call the BAC Secretariat. I-assist naman po kayo anong tamang requirement.
Ano ba yung BDS?
Bid data sheet, sir.
Ma'am, hindi na i-attach yung checklist ano?
Hindi naman doon sa
Hindi na
Meron po hotline ng back.
Meron pong, yes sir, meron pong number.
Na pwede namin ito.
Ay, makahingi po kayo later. Yes, mag-a-assist po ang BAC Secretariat. Ito po ang bid data sheet, ito po ang mag-prevail over the checklist.
Yes, please.
Ano yung bid documents na bibili natin? Lalagay din natin sa submission of bid.
Hindi na po necessary, sir. Ang ibibigay sa inyo yun na yung pipilapan niyo. Or yung mag-download nyo sa PhilGems. Yun na po yung sasabihin. Previous back kasi sir, pag binili mo ang bid docs, yun din na i-attach mo. Apart from yung gagawin mo, attach mo rin yung binili mong bid docs. Kaya hindi na po, ano yung ma-download nyo or mabili nyo, ang ibibigay naman sa inyo yung CV. Kumbaga, editable po yun. Doon na kayo mag-fill up mga information.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Ma'am,
please.
ma'am, yung po bang bid docs, pag in-attach lahat po ng copy meron dapat? Or is it okay lang po sa original siya nakalagay? Then the rest, yung copy 1, copy 2, kahit yung technical na lang.
Lahat po.
Kung ano yung nasa original, nandun sa copy man, copy na lang. Independent po yung original, sa copy man, copy na lang.
Yung isa-submit nyo po original, may ang copy 1, copy 2, no, the same content. Na, original bid, ang copy 1, copy 2, same content kung anong nandun.
Any more? Yes, please.
Itatanong ko lang yung
Pakita.
Isa tanong ko lang yung dito sa Tech 22, Tech 24 na bid bulletin. Kung sakali nang na magkaroon ng bid bulletin yung sinalihan namin. Saan po namin i-insert yung big bulletin? Kasi, at saka may nabasa din po ako na ITV. Tanong ko lang po kung saan banda i-insert sa eligibility at saka sa technical documents.
Bali po yung ITB, hindi na kailangan. Yung bid bulletin lang po, sa last page na po, technical. Sa technical.
All bid bulletins.
Can I repeat that?
Yes, sir.
Kung may ITB,
Hindi po kailangan. Bid bulletin lang sir.
pag bid bulletin,
Kaya attach siya sa
ina-attach doon sa technical
last page.
last page.
Yes, sir. Bukas.
Hello.
Sa bid bulletin po nakalagay doon ang instruction, hindi shall form part of the technical requirement. So hanapin po yun. Nakatab din po dapat yun. All bid bulletins, kung hanggang 6 ang bid bulletin, i-attach nyo po yung 6 copies.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, sa equipment requirements, you still need to submit proof of ownership ng equipment.
Sir, medyo mamaya na lang natin i-discuss sa technical side na sir. Hindi. Chair, kung wala na po sir na question regarding dito sa bid documents, can we proceed dun sa eligibility na sir? Technical eligibility and every project.
You are saying that itong Antique project at saka yung ibang projects na naka-align dito, Busuanga, Ormo, has the same requirements for eligibility.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that understood? Bidders. So we will now go sa technical requirements ng bawat project. We'll start with Antique again.
Yes, sir.
Please proceed.
To the chair, sa mga bidders, kung ayaw nyo pong makinig o hindi kayo nagbid dito, okay lang din po sa labas. Pero if you want to listen, okay lang.
Ang first project po natin is Antique Airport Development Project, runway asphalt overlay. With the amount of 48,245,505.63. Ito po yung mga required personnel na, key personnel na kailangan and minimum requirement for the equipment. Sir, yung tinatanong niyo lang kung yung sa proof of ownership, kailangan po sir. Yes sir, kailangan po i-attach yung mga proof of ownership.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay po sir.
Ikaw na direktahan.
Yes sir, kailangan din sir, release of contract.
Is that understood? English yun, may lease contract.
Sir, continue po.
Yes, please.
Pickup license po, medium A, license category B. Ang completion report ko is 95 calendar days inclusive of 28 rainy and workable days. Bidder shall have completed the contract similar to the project. Description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding document, particularly in section 2, instruction to bidder.
Excuse me, sir.
Iwan mo lang yan. Basahin na. Sige.
Ay. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding. Ay, interested bidder. Ang opening po ng bid is October 21, 2 p.m. po at BAC office po.
Kanyang back office na yan.
Dito po sir sa CAAP Conference Room, CAAP Compound Via Road, Ninoy Aquino Avenue, Pasay City.
Any question? Clarification?
Question lang po.
Yes, please.
Para po sa completed similar project, kailangan po ba parehas ng scope po?
Yes po ma'am.
Okay. Thank you po.
Yes, please.
Sir, yung similar completion project, ano ba attachment ng documents?
Ma'am, eto po yung tinatanong.
Yes.
Will have the same major categories in the world.
To the chair, for this similar contract, it should be asphalting of roads and other horizontal structures. Ang attachment po niyan, kasi completed na siya, dapat may contract or completion or anything that would prove na natapos ninyo ang similar contract. Equivalent to 50% of the EPC.
And isa pang question po. Naka-note po kasi doon na other horizontal structures yung similar project. Pag sinabi po ba other, pwedeng asphalting po? Asphalt.
Asphalt already. Basta ginagawa sa
Thank you po.
Pwede po yung concreting kasi others horizontal.
Do you answer that?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, please.
ang similar project po natin is purely on asphalt overlay. So, kailangan po asphalt overlay. Hindi po kasama yung concreting ng roads or other horizontal. Basta kailangan po asphalt overlay.
Ito po project ng
So, ano po yung other horizontal structures?
similar po dun sa ano. Kasi naka-indicate po yung asphalting of roads and other horizontal structures. Ibig sabihin po, yung roads, highways natin, and any other horizontal structures na overlay, yun po yung sinasabi. Hindi po not necessary roads.
Okay, thank you very much po.
Anyone? Anyone?
There being no more questions, clarifications, can we go to the next project, please?
To the chair, I'd like to ask the bidders kung wala kayong problema sa scope ng ticket. Kung sino nagbibid na ng ticket. So, hindi na nila ipapakita.
Okay. Yes, please.
The next project po is the Masbate Airport Development Project, Phase 1, shoulder grade correction, rehabilitation of BPA, and concreting of ramp area including drainage canal.
Anong BPA?
Vehicular parking area, sir. The amount of the project is 23,071,388.74. The minimum, the requirement for the key personnel and minimum requirement for the equipment. CAAP license, small b, category C and D. And the duration of the project is 150 calendar days, inclusive of 19 rainy and non-workable days.
Para po sa small bill requirements, kailangan pa po bang mag-attach ng single largest contract?
Para doon yan.
Kung hindi nyo mahanap, pwedeng pa naman yan. Big bulletin.
Ayun.
Sir, balikan na lang po, inaasan pa lang. Diretso ko lang muna sir yung ano.
Sige, hanapin niyo yung...
Ah,
Yung question nyo po mamaya na sasagutin. With just something. May nahanap lang na paragraph.
ang sir,
Yes, please.
ang submission po ng bid documents is on October 21, 2 p.m. at back office. Dito rin po yan sa CAAP conference room. CAAP compound Mia Road, Pasay City. 2 p.m. po sa October 21. Okay po.
So wala tayong sagot doon. Question kanina.
Nahanap ko lang sir.
Meron na.
Nandyan.
Ito, sir. Under ITB 5.4, the bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract or SLCC that is similar to the project. However, contractor under small a and small b category without similar experience on the contract to be bid may be allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the allowable range of contract costs of their registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the PCAAP. Okay na po ma'am yung okay. Thank you po.
Follow-up question ko lang po. Sa, clarification po, ibig pong sabihin, all contracts below 30 billion. Kasi po 30 million yung allowable range of contract cost ng small B would not require SLCs. So wala na SLC. Pag po ang contract ay below 30, walang SLC.
For small A and small B. Yes, contractors under small A and
For
small B.
small A and small B.
Na walang
Similar
similar,
small B.
without similar
Without
experience.
similar experience.
Dito, ang ARCC is how much?
30 million.
30 million. So ito is 23. So we do not may be allowed to bid. Yung pa yun?
Without similar.
Similar contract.
Any more questions? Please proceed.
Leaders, gusto niyo pang makita yung scope of work bago pa tayo mag-proceed sa susunod na project? Okay na sa inyo? Okay, thank you. Ang next project po natin is the completion of CHB or fence at Ormoc Airport. The amount of the project is 7,651,202.34. Minimum required key personnel and minimum requirement for equipment. Pickup license, small B, license category C and D. The duration of the project is 165 calendar days, inclusive of 22 rainy and unworkable days. Submission of the bid documents on October 21 at 2 p.m. Back office, CAAP Conference Room, CAAP Compound, Road, Pasay City. Any question po dito sa Ormoc project?
TWG, mayroon tayong correction dyan sa Masbate project. Will you show that? Tanong ng lady kanina.
You read that?
To the readers, the 5.4A, contractors under small A and B categories without similar experience on the contract to be bid will not be allowed to tender their bids proposal.
Anong project niya?
Yung the project sir is Masbate Airport Development Project Phase 1, shoulder grade correction, rehabilitation of VPA and concreting of ramp area including drainage canal. Pickup requirements.
Are we clarified on that paragraph?
Sino ba dito ang Masbate? Meron.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
Since the project is specialized, kaya nire-require po natin yung ganong klaseng requirement. Kasi hindi lang siya isang component. Marami kasi isang component.
To the chair to reiterate, although in the ITB it is emphasized under 5.4 for small A and small B did not submit the SLCC. However, they qualified in their BDS Kasi sa BDS dun po pino-customize kung ano requirement ng agency. So, kinwarify nila sa 5.4 ng BDS to contradict the requirement in the ITB, which says contractors under small A and small B categories without similar experience in the contract to bid will not be allowed to tender their bid proposal precisely because the project is a complex project. Specialized siya, so they need parang SLCC kasi yun ang magpapatunay na meron kayong nagawa na ng mga ganun na project. So hindi kayo first timers, possibly ang mga under small A, small B, mga first timers lang. Pero the office needs protection na meron kayong, may term kasi sila din sa pickup, meron na kayong experience. Basta may experience na kayo niyan, it is for the protection of the office. So dito pinalipay na hindi pwedeng walang SLCC.
Comments here? Yes, sir.
Sir, hindi po nakaspecify na 50% yung similar experience. So sinabi lang po dyan, similar experience. Will the 50% rule? Second question po, yung scope of work po kasi isama-sama. Merong concreting, merong earthworks, merong other horizontal structures. Yun po ba hahanapin in one project only? Halimbawa po, isang small B. Meron siyang experience sa concreting. On another project, meron siyang experience sa another horizontal project. Hindi po ba yun i-consider?
Kuha niyo ba yung question? DWG?
Yes, sir. Sir, mali ang magiging ano rito is any of this, kung ano yung nakalagay dito. Concreting of roads and upgrading and construction of upgraded roads and earthwork and horizontal structure. Anyhow yan.
Any of these concreting of roads, one, upgrading, improvement, rehabilitation, two, construction of unpaved road, three. Is that what you mean?
Yes, sir.
Kahit isa lang ang nandyan?
Sa completed project, sir.
Roads na, okay na. Right roads na matapos.
Follow-up question mo.
Is that what you want to say? Well,
Do you want that to have it in bid bulletin? Issue na lang yan?
Sir, request to issue na lang a bid bulletin regarding this matter, sir. we will issue a bid bulletin number 1 on this matter.
Okay. We have another question, please.
There's certain pa rin po follow-up in as much as the BAC Secretariat will resolve the matter through a bid bulletin. Pwede po i-request na isama na rin po the definition of the major item of work. Halimbawa po, when the item of work is only 5% of the total project, do we consider that a major item? How much is determined as a major item? Is it 30%, 20%, 15%, or 5% of the entire project? Pwede po na ma-resolve.
Ngayon,
Noted, sir. I-indicate po namin sa bid bulletin yung query nyo regarding the percentage of the project, yung completed project po.
Sir, parang hindi po nakuha yun. Ang point ko po is, yun pong, a similar project po is defined as containing the same major item of work. Now, when you determine what is a major item of work, in so many items, you have the program course and so many items of work. Of that major items of work, what are those considered major and what are minor items of work?
Sige po, noted po, sir. Nalagay po namin lahat sa ITV yung mga query, sir. Sa bid bulletin pala. Sorry po, sorry. Sir, excuse me po. Yung regarding Masbate project lang po yun.
Actually, ano po applicable po sa lahat. When you require a similar project, di po ba? Pag nag-require ka ng similar, how do you say that that is similar? Di ba, ang sagot po doon, if it contains the same major items of work. Ang susunod po paano question naman doon, how do you define what items are major and what are not?
Yes, pag sinabi po natin major component of the work, depende sa scope ng work ng every project na binibid natin. Let's say concreting ng roads. So major component is concreting. Let's say asphalt overlay. Ang major component po natin is asphalt overlay. Parang ganun lang. Depende po sa scope na nakalagay natin sa program namin.
Yun nga po yung, sorry Mr. Chairman.
sige, go ahead.
Yan nga po sir yung tinatanong namin. Ang major po ba, major item of work na isang project ay isa lang? Kasi nabanggit po kasi kanina na Masbate project is specialized at marami siyang major items of work. What if maraming major items of work? And alin po doon yung makakonsider mo talagang major, alin yung hindi major?
Yes, regarding Masbate po kasi, kung mapapansin niyo po, is purely lahat naman dyan horizontal siya. So every scope ng per project, per facing, let's say shoulder blade collection, lahat ng vehicular parking area and then concreting ramp area, lahat po rito is puro horizontal works tayo. So mali-define po talaga namin din kung ano man yung major component. Let's say with regards to BPA, concreting po siya. Concreting po ng BPA itong pinag-usapan. Then, yung shoulder calculation, yung sa strip po ng runway natin.
Yun nga po. Connected po kasi yun sa isang question ko kanina na concreting, and then you have canal.
Yeah.
Canal is flood control. No? As small B, no, nag-bid ang small B, ang experience niya, meron siya isang project na concreting at meron siya isang project na canal. 2 projects. Pero meron siyang similar experience. Do you consider that? Kailangan ba siya magkasama?
Sa SLCC po natin, per project, let's say, shoulder grade correction, at least nakakomplete na po tayo ng 50% yung sa SLCC natin. And then another project, basta lahat po ng scope natin, consider namin na naka 50% po tayo lahat sa SLCC natin.
In one single project?
Yes. Makikita naman po namin yung during post call namin, naka-stated lahat dun sa SLCC niyo po. So, i-require namin lahat doon na na-indicate lahat.
Ang question ko nga po, kung ilalagay namin SLCC, similar experience, kailangan contain lahat sa isang project. Kasi, alam mo po, 23 million. So, 50% yan is 12,500,000. So, 12,500,000 na may concreting ka, na meron kang drains, parang miniature niyan. O, meron kang 7 million na concreting, meron kang 5 million na kanal. Di ba? Something like that. Kasi parang, ang hirap maghanap ng project, parang pareho, pero palilitin mo ng kalate. Something, yun po yung question, sir.
Sige po, we got your point. We will issue a lead bulletin on that. Meron tayong provision dyan sa 918 po on supplemental bulletin o lead bulletin. Ano pa niya? Shall we require the would-be bidders to kasi dito sa section 10.1 instruction to bidders, section 10.1 prospective bidders may request for clarifications or interpretation of any part of the bidding documents. Such a request must be in writing and submitted to the procuring entity under the address indicated in the bid data sheet at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission and receipt of bids. Okay? Pwede ka nang mag-issue ng lead bulletin. Okay? This will form part of the technical and
To the chair, actually any results of the pre-bid conference which are not clear will be clarified through a bid bulletin. Additionally, they can also request for more clarification through a letter, which should be 10 days before the opening bids. So anything na kakulangan namin dito can be clarified through a bid bulletin. So for that question, sir, we will discuss further with the end user and will issue a bid bulletin, subsequent bid bulletin, to address that question. Any more clarification? Kung sa nakita nila sa field jobs ang mga technical specs nila, wala kayong question.
Through the chair also, we also ask or request the user to determine as a part in the project mas bate develop the project composed of if I say that it's composed of three projects, if they could also determine which one is the most important or most complex for the better appreciation also of the end users.
Which one?
Which one of the most complex for the determination of the singularities contracting capacity. Kasi apparently, iba-iba rin yung scope ng voice ng just to adapt to their determination, if they could, for us to be able to have a clearer picture of the bid bulletin to be issued to the prospective bidders. Thank you.
Any more? Is that clear? DWG?
To the chair.
Yes, please.
I-clear ko lang po ang kanila pong similar contract is concreting of roads and upgrading, improvement, rehabilitation, construction of playground, and or earthworks and other horizontal structures. Ito po ang nagko-comprise doon sa lahat ng project na yon. Meaning, the term that I was supposed to say kanina, yung track record, kasi yun ang term ng GPPB. So kung meron kang project niyan, most likely magagawa mo na yung project na yon. May track record ka na on this. So kaya siya nilagay na similar contract. During the pre-procurement kasi, na-discuss na yan na by having that, you can already perform the required project. So may track record ka na to do those things, regardless kung ano ang major component ng project. Yun po yung purpose ng similar contract. Very wide ang kanyang scope para madaming bidders maka-attend and madami siyang pwedeng ilagay na track record niya by through a completed project, which is 50% of the ABC of the project.
But we no longer require the SLCC.
For this, they require. Track record kasi yung kailangan nila. Complex na ito.
Kasi baka it might be confusing or something. If you are already entertaining possible bidders. I don't know. Kaya I defer to the determination of the end user technical working group to revisit the bid talks. If they, what really the true intention of the bidding for this project.
And Anyway, we will just issue the bulletin on this.
Okay po tayo sa Masbate.
Any more questions on Masbate? Let's proceed to the next.
The next project is Baler Airport Development Project. Earthworks, ditch canal, runway extension, 9-strand perimeter fence, reinforced concrete pipe, runway markings, and construction of new apron and taxiway. Reinforced concrete pipe. The amount of the project is 96,436,849.86. The technical personnel required and minimum requirement for equipment. Pickup license, medium A, license category B. The submission of bid doc should be on October 23, 2019, 2 p.m. at back office, CAAP conference room, CAAP compound near Pasig City. The duration of the project is 365 calendar days with inclusive of 9 rainy and unworkable days. The similar project, completing of roads and other horizontal structure. Any question po regarding sa Baler project?
Ang Baler project is composed of fence, completing of airport, ditch canal. So yung completing ng airport sa aeroplano is iisa yun is sa category. Completing yun.
Yes sir, completing na.
Completing yun. So, yung ditch canal, airport. So, okay yun. So, ang bawa, experience natin sa intercomputer project is yung perimeter test.
Basta sir pumasok dito sa category ng completing of roads and other structures. Okay na yun.
clarifications on the Valero Airport project? Yes, please.
Sir, yung certificate of inspection po, na site inspection is to be signed by Mr. Jerome M. Mingua, officer in charge of Manila Airport, or his duly representative. Okay na po. Wala na po question.
Yes. Sir, doon mo doon sa group of ownership sa equipment. Sa trucks is ORNCR. Sa equipment, ano itong sasabit para sa
Sir, okay naman po yung ORCR. Sa truck na ORCR. Receipt, sir. Kung may mga resibo kayo na binili niyo yung yung equipment or list of contract.
Sir, mostly kasi sa equipment is important. Wala na po yung section na direct from Japan.
Saan po ba tinutukoy yung mga equipment? Mas to be and clear picture po yung binabanggit. Anong specific equipment? Yung requirement natin sa equipment. Parang na-distinguish ka.
Section 12.1B, project requirements. Instruction to leaders. The list of contractors' major equipment units that likewise forms part of the technical documents should be owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. So, nasa instruction of the bidders will 12.1B. Clear naman po siguro yung instruction po sa it could be either owned, leased, or under purchase agreement. Tsaka nakalista naman po yung required na supporting document po. So more or less, yung proof of ownership, RCR, as below say, so that's just to satisfy us so na talagang kayo. Pero parang sir, I'm just curious about kung sinabi nyo na imported yung equipment.
So,
if I interpret the purchase agreement, that may somehow purchase order to that sales invoice. But I defer again to the end user, to that particular query, if indeed possible na if the supporting documents requested in neither or the sales invoice.
PWD, mayroon siyang equipment galing Japan. Ano ba yung require mo na proof na sa kanya yun? Di ba dapat may deed of sale? Nabili mo yan and you are the owner of the equipment. I-clarify nyo sa Big Bulletin.
To the chair, it is
Yes,
very
please.
clear for the proof of ownership, anything that would prove na siya ang may-ari po ng document. Kung sa importation, merong importation papers that would prove that you are the owner. Sufficient po yun, basta prove siya of ownership.
Yes, ma'am, that's what I'm asking. Unlike naman sa global purchase kasi may mga kuhaan, may mga sales invoice na. Pero yung mga galing, yung may order, wala naman po. So, okay naman, thank you.
Di ba may mag-imported? I-check nyo naman yun sa postal.
Yes, sir. Sir, continue na po.
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. The next project is the Airport Development Project, asphalt overlay of runway and runway markings. The project cost is 37 million, 18,874.64. Key personnel requirement and minimum equipment requirement. Pickup license, medium A, license category B. Duration of the project is 60 calendar days with 10 days rainy and unworkable. Submission of the bid documents on October 23, 2019, 2 p.m. at back office, CAAP Conference Room, Mia Road, Pasay City. Sa Certificate of Site Inspection, ang pipirma po ay si Rafael Baldano, Officer in charge of DAET and his duly authorized representative. Ang similar contract po dito sa project na to is asphalting of road and other horizontal structure. Any question po regarding this project?
Okay. There being no question, please proceed.
Next project po is Buswanga Airport Development Project. Improvement of drainage system and rehabilitation of access road, curbs and gutter including BPA and pavement markings. The project amount is 4,231,601.93. Key personnel requirement and minimum equipment requirement. And the license, pickup license is small B, license category C and D. Bidox po is about 25,000. And the submissions and the opening of bids will be on October 23, 2019, 2 p.m. at Rock Office, CAAP Conference Room, Nia Road, Pasay City. Similar contract is concreting of roads and other structure, horizontal structure, and the certificate of site inspection to be signed by Mr. Wilfredo Mabita, Airport Manager of Buswanga Airport, or his duly authorized representative. Any clarification po regarding the Buswanga Airport?
Sir, opo namin similar yun sir sa base subdivision IIR 23-4242 packages. Walang experience. Small people. Small people. Section 23-242.
Ma'am, since na yung project natin is design katulad ng kanina complex po, kaya nire-require po namin yung ganitong
So, hindi ba gamit yung section?
yes, yes, po. Yes, po.
Pinorect siya sa 5.4A.
Any question pa po regarding the Buswanga project?
Yung equipment siya, ano equipment niya?
Mr. Chair, there is no more project to be presented.
Yung almost, ano ba yung equipment? Almost.
Sorry. Equipment lang.
Pasado si... Yes, parang naman.
Napakita lang.
Mr. Chair, sir, na-discuss na po natin to kanina, so papakita lang po yung request ni Sir na ano, yung equipment po, ang equipment.
Okay. Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Sir, may tanong lang sa regarding sa valor, sir, na key personnel.
Yes,
Kasi dito, may geodetic engineer eh. Tapos, key personnel. Tapos doon sa project manager, parang napansin ko, parang project manager eh. Walang geodetic engineer.
Anong project po yun?
Sa Valor Airport.
Required po talaga. Required po talaga yung geodetic engineer natin sa Balera. Since po horizontal projects po tayo doon.
So, ang susundin ko ito, hindi yung pinakita. So, dito may geodetic engineer doon.
Raul, yung Ormoc project,
Yes, sir.
hindi pa namin nakikita.
Sige, sir. Ano natin?
Sige, balik muna tayo. Ano yung clarification?
Yung geodetic engineer po.
Geodetic engineer, sir.
Meron naman yan. Nandiyan.
Okay na po, sir. Pakipatay niyo.
Okay. Thank you.
Andali, sir.
Ormoc.
The project for the Ormoc is the completion of CHB fence at Ormoc Airport. The project amount is 7,651,202.34. The required key personnel, minimum requirement for equipment. The duration of the project is 165 calendar days, inclusive of 22 rainy and unworkable days.
Yung experience niya, basta building, okay na. Okay na yung building. Yung minimum experience niya, okay lang pag may na-construct yung building.
A similar contract po, building construction, improvement, rehabilitation, repair. Any clarification pa po?
Alam
Ito po yung ano, yung sa Certificate of Site Inspection, duly signed by Mr. Alan Yode, Officer in Charge of Ormoc Airport, or his duly authorized representative. Any clarification pa po regarding Ormoc Airport? Wala na po. Thank you po.
Any more?
Bidders, Secretariat.
Last instructions po, any further questions, you can write actually to the BAC chair 10 days before the opening of bids, scheduled opening of bids. And I'd like to emphasize that late bids will not be accepted. So 2 p.m. to 01 is late already.
Any more would be bidders? With that, may I excuse the would be bidders, please?
Thank you.
Thank you sa inyo. Hope to see you October 21 and 23. Just to recapitulate, para sa PWG on the bid bulletin i-issue natin. Anyway, lesson learned naman ito. Later, let's clarify everything kay ADMS or whoever is in charge of this. Para sa ganitong pre-bid conference, hindi na tayo mga naman. Any more? Are we ready to adjourn? So, we'll see you. Yes, please.
Madam Chair, ang opening of bids natin, sir, although ngayon 6, inakit na natin siya on October 21. The 3 will be open on October 21 and the another 3 is October 22. Kasi baka hindi tayo natapos pag lahat. 6. Tatlo-tatlo lang po.
Mayroon ka ng listahan kung anong area?
Yes, sir.
Sino to? Yung mga malalaki o yung... Sa unang araw, 21.
Sir, Antique, Masbate, and Ormoc.
Baler, Daet,
Then the other 3 is Baler, Daet, and Buswanga.
Okay.
Visayas.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow, sir, mag-release po kami ng notice of meeting. Sana may quorum tayo 21-23.
Yes, please.
Ay, tulad siya. Gusto ko lang ma-enlighten regarding sa Ormoc, yung name ng project is completion. Correct ba na continuation siya ng isang unfinished project? Contiguous, adjacent, etc. Thank you.
Siguro mga isa na
May existing.
same.
Sir, kasi may existing na kasing CHB fence doon. So, para lang may sarado siya, i-continue lang may sarado yung fence. Yun lang ang naging title.
Mayroon tayong issue dyan na
Yes, sir.
giniba ni Jamba sa Nagintingan. Ano yung airport na yan? Tinanggal niya yung adugas nun sa final approach. Ano yan? Yung pagkakilaan na natin.
Hindi pa pala.
Hindi, complain ng ba yun? Ng airline. Farm lang dapat yun, di ba? Farm lang dapat para tumumpa ka agad.
Involved ba tayo?
Baka yan, i-close ninyo. I-check nyo nga. Ay, yung concreting na yan. Mahirap nito, pag na-construct natin, mag-complain yung airline. Eh, bakit?
Sir, ang project na to sir sa ano lang to, sa sides lang lahat to. Wala tayong concreting sa ano sir. Sa approach. Sa approach sir, wala tayong concreting. Puro barber lang sir yung practical fence. Sa gilid lang lahat to sir. Sa
Gilid siya?
Yes sir, sa gilid.
Anyone? Yes, please.
Sir, suggestion na sir, perhaps in subsequent pre-bid conferences, we could improve on the presentation of eligibility requirements. I have just observed with due respect, kanina, maraming may mga time na nasaya while we are scanning the pages of the papers para hanapin yung kung ano yung present natin siguro. Anyway, as mentioned by the chairperson of the Technical Working Group, part ng bill documents namin yung tinatawag na checklist. So, pwede natin gawing reference yung checklist siguro na lang para tuloy-tuloy yung pag-discuss ng mga eligibility requirements na walang masayang na panaktaw tayo kanina, I observe. So, total may checklist naman, nandun yung mga yung legal documents, then merong technical documents, merong financial documents, and other instructions. And in the Air Force before, where I came from, in scripted na yan yung binabasa na, of course, yung script, saka yung nakapresent dyan sa board na nagtugma. So walang time na nasayang. That's only a suggestion. Another thing sir is i-remind ko na sana sir yung secretariat in coordination with end user. Yung sir, yung requirement niya sa clause 10.2 ng instruction to bidders, yung preparation ng supplemental bid bulletin, which is at least 7 calendar days before the bid opening. So dapat i-embed siguro yun. That's all, sir.
Take down PWD Secretariat. Let's improve our ways of doing presentations.
Yes, please.
Just to be clarified lang, yung pina-flash natin na yung sa bid dictatorship, yun lang required natin na important. Kasi yun lang yung pina-flash kanina kasi baka will assume na yun lang yung sure na yun. Pameda, sure na yun lang. Isang bid to the ratings.
To the chair, we make sure that bid bulletins are uploaded 7 days prior to the opening. Otherwise, if it does not meet, we will have to extend the opening.
Okay. Anyone? Are we ready to adjourn?
There being no more clarifications, the meeting is adjourned.